special and she reckless. Babe, you're my bestest friend. Yeah, she my bestie. My love for you is endless. Nobody else can end it. And when I get the money back.
Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing in the new ABH Primrose palette. It has been a very long time since I've purchased an eyeshadow palette from ABH. The first thing that I purchased recently was their Magic Concealer, which I'm a fan of. Prior to that, I hadn't bought anything from ABH since the Jackie Aina palette. So this came out, I know, at least 2 years ago. So the reason for me getting this palette definitely wasn't because I needed it. I do not need it. There is nothing innovative about this color story. We've seen it before. My reasoning was just simply because I was curious about the formulation. I feel like before we had Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, ABH was that girl. ABH and MAC, those were my two go-to. I collected every single palette that ABH came out with. I remember my first ABH palette, and this was when I really started getting into doing makeup on clients, and I was using it. It was the Self-Made palette. I still have that. Won't get rid of that one. But I remember it was around Christmas time, and I was using it on myself, and I was telling my clients how awesome it was, and I was putting it on everybody. Like, that is just always going to be such a cool memory for me. So huge ABH collector. And then I feel like after Jackie Aina's palette, I was just kind of like, meh. ABH, they've kind of, I don't know, I feel like things are just different now. Anywho, I want to know, what's this formula like? Because before Natasha, before Pat, we didn't know any different. We didn't know that formulations could get better than ABH. And then once we started dipping and dabbling in other things, we realized, oh, there is better. So I want to see the formula, how it blends, if it's any better, because I've noticed now whenever I have gone to pick up my ABH palettes, I'm kind of like, whoo, okay, that doesn't blend as easy as it used to blend before I knew any different, all right? So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm using Fenty eyeshadow primer, and you guys are all up in my face. I am on my period right now, and I am breaking out really bad. So please be gracious. Don't look over the texture, okay? All right, I have no clue what we're doing, but we just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So of course, the first shade that I'm going to take is this Rude shade right here, because to me, when I look at it, that is the transition color of the palette. As far as blendability, I do find this to blend out easier and be smoother than the old palettes, so that's good. I know at one point ABH was just really on this high impact. As soon as you put your brush in and put it on your eye, you get all this crazy pigment, which I personally am not into. The way that I like to work, I like to build. So I don't need something to be 100%, well, 1,000% opaque. I don't mind if I have more wiggle room, because I find that I have more control. And then also what you gotta realize is when you pack a shade on, that's when you're gonna get the most opacity, and especially that first place that you pack it on. And then as you blend it down, you know, yes, that you're blending it. So you are going to get rid of a little bit of shadow, but that's just, you know, the nature of when you're blending things down. And then of course you can go back in and add more. That's a beautiful shade. I love that on the eyes. The brow bone here, I'm gonna take this Mango shade, and I have been using this palette, so I do already have my thoughts on it. Okay, now I want to take this shade right here called Peony. Sorry, the lights are washing it out. It's not doing it any justice whatsoever. That's the shimmers in this palette are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My favorite shade in this palette is Fire Opal right here. I had it on in, which video did I have this on in? My B-Day haul and fall favorites. Absolutely love, love, love that shade. That's my favorite shade in the palette, and it's very unique because I don't have anything like that shade either. So that's very cool. And these shimmer shades are very, very easy to put on the eye. I don't ever wet my brush whenever I am working with shimmer shades. I never have to, and I think it's just because of the shades that I choose to use. All right, now I am going to take this shade right here, putting this in the inner and outer. Yeah, these mattes are solid. They definitely changed their formula. And I remember in a video prior to, I had made a comment that I feel like where they went wrong was when they tried to incorporate the Norvina brand within the Anastasia brand. I think Norvina should have been its own separate thing, you know what I mean, and not up under ABH, because to me they are two totally different looks, two totally different vibes, and they're going to have two totally different demographics. When I think of ABH, I think of more of a classy, mature woman, and when I think of Norvina, you know, I think of, you know, younger, it's more colorful, more vibrant. So I think they would have had better luck if they just did it separately. But, you know, I have a business as well, and I understand growing pains. You know, sometimes you don't know till you try. So I'm just going to go back in with the peony. Now, is this palette anything innovative? Nope. Is this never before seen? Nope. Do you have these shades? I'm willing to bet you have these shades, you know? However, I just need to see for myself if, in fact, the formula has changed for in the future. If they do come out with the palette, I know, okay, well, I like the formula. And it's nice to have, you know, more affordable alternatives than Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath. I understand that those are pricier and everyone doesn't want to buy that, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I always like to make sure that I am using things that are affordable. Well, I mean, so the price is different. So their palettes used to be $45, now they're $55. And I did want to mention, they have these two larger pans here. I need to go check, but I believe these are supposed to be blush tones. Love this. Love the saddle shade. Oh, sorry. The saddle shade, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then I do think that this is a palette that, I mean, all skin tones can use. You're going to get, there's more than enough shades for all skin tones to be able to use in this palette. Now, as far as, do you need it? Probably not. But if you just maybe are looking for a new palette, or maybe let's say you don't have a lot of makeup and you're like, you know what, I want to try that out. Or if you're just a makeup lover, makeup collector, ABH collector, do your thing. But I'm willing to bet that most of you watching already have this color story 10 times over. So this is the eye look. I'm keeping it very simple. I'm just going to throw on some mascara and keep it pushing. I'm testing out a new concealer. It's the, well, new to me, it's the Bobbi Brown concealer. I've been really into Bobbi Brown recently. And this concealer is very, very bright up under the eyes. And I like the brightness that it gives. My issue with it is it just settles and creases on me really, really fast. I'm talking like I've had it on for maybe 15 minutes and we've already got some shifting going on. So, but let me finish up and then we will close out. Okay, I am back and this is our finished lip. I have on Sephora Collection lip liner in Molasses and Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in So 90s. Love this. This is such a pretty lip combination. Everything else that is on my face will be down below in the description box as well. So let's talk about the ABH Primrose palette. Like I stated earlier, do you need it? Probably not. Is this innovative? No. Do you probably already have this color story? Yes. But the main question, the one thing I wanted to know was, has the formulation changed? And I can say 100% that it has. I feel like this formulation, it gives you the right amount of pigmentation. It's not so much to the point where it's just like pow, now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I gotta really, really work to blend it down. I know there was a controversy at one time where they were saying you have to use it in a particular way, you know? And here's my thing with that. ABH, I feel, is a brand that's more so focused on everyday consumers and not makeup artists. I feel like that's where they got the game twisted. Most people that are buying products from ABH, I'm pretty sure, are not makeup artists, so they're just seeing these products on Instagram via their favorite influencers, and they're thinking, oh yeah, cool, let me get it. And so therefore, when they get it in their hands and they put it on, it's like, whoa, wait a second, how do I do this? So I don't think that there should be, this is just my professional opinion, I don't think that you should have to turn left, swipe a brush to the right, like do all these funky tricks just to get an eyeshadow to blend. And again, that's my favorite thing with Natasha Denona and Pat. You don't have to work the blend. You put it on, you do the work, and it's good to go. I can say this palette by ABH, the new one, you don't gotta work hard. You put it on, it blends, it's effortless, and you're good to go. So as far as I'm concerned, ABH, congratulations and welcome back. This palette, it's a beautiful palette. I like the color story. Really impressed with the shimmers. You guys, I will do my best to try to bring you more looks with these eyeshadow palettes. I'll have a life update coming soon, but just know things have just been, your girl's been stressed, okay? Which is probably another reason why my face is breaking out. There's just lots of changes, like lots of shifts. You know, God's just showing me things. Anyway, I will be doing update soon, and I will be sure to do better about using my palettes and bringing more eye looks. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Down below, let me know, have you tried this new palette? Do you like it? And can you tell a difference in the new shade formulations? All right, so down below. Also, Keep It Simple t-shirts are still half off on the website. Go ahead, grab it now because we're gonna be making some changes soon. So yeah, you guys know the deal. Keep it simple, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.